What's good, people? Agent Jules reporting for duty. Can Kenan Smiley, my Gemsona, be an original character in an original story? Yes. End video. No, not the end of the video, obviously, because you saw the timeline and saw that it's long, and it ain't gonna cut from there. Can you make your OC, whether it's a Gemsona or a Care Bear Sona or a Pony Sona or whatever Sona you're making, can you make it into original character? Yeah, you can. Obviously you just got to tweak a few things here and there and then make something new out of it, basically. Your OC that you have made is a part of you. It's a part of your story, and all you have to do is simply extrapolate the core of said story and expand from there. Change a few things. So again, it's not a copycat, but as I have said before on this channel, don't worry about stealing stuff, because great artists steal, but you have to steal from multiple sources, otherwise you're hack. So don't just steal from whatever fan fiction you were writing. Pull from everything and make a story from there. So that's what I'm going to do with Kenan. Making Kenan original, there's a few things I want to maintain. A big part of his character is the fact that he is half something. He's half human, half thing, and that thing has to have as much significance in the story as White Diamond has in Steven Universe, because that is, I think, a big part of Kenan's story. Also because I want to continue to make him super OP. Because, like I said, if you're gonna go hard, you gotta go hard or go home. So Kenan's story is about dealing with the baggage of his heritage, and that is a story that has been told many, many times before. But that's okay, because there are many stories that have been told many, many times before. Steven's story is not unique. There have been plenty of stories about, a boisterous young child who discovers that they're from a legacy bloodline, and that bloodline comes with its own baggage, and you got to go, do stuff. I mean, the big examples are Star Wars and Harry Potter. It's the hero's journey. We are dealing with the hero's journey. So Kenan's story is another hero's journey. So now that we've established that Kenan's bloodline is going to maintain being some half special thing, we now have to figure out, okay, what is his relationship to the special thing? What he is not really as important as his relationship to what he is. So for the sake of the argument, let's keep it simple. Let's go Greek. Let's say he's a demigod. He's half god, right? He's the son of Zeus. All right. We'll change it down the line. Make Zeus like we'll make like our own pantheon at some point. The point is, Kenan is half god. Let's keep it nice and simple. Let's go Percy Jackson with this shit. So now the question becomes, what is Kenan's relationship to the mythology? Is he aware that he's half god? I imagine so. Much in the same way that we saw in Steven Universe, how Steven is aware of the gems and he goes palling around with them. I imagine that Kenan probably is aware that he has specialness in him. He probably doesn't know how special he is, in much the same way that we didn't discover that Steven was half diamond until much later. We just knew he was half gem. So we'll say that, like, okay, Kenan is of special blood, and so, he gets to do stuff. Like, he gets to go to the Hogwarts school of demigods and magical freakazoids, or something. He's allowed to interact. So we're going to assume he's living in a world where the supernatural and the mundane interact with each other on a regular basis. So we'll say that his relationship with the supernatural is, on reasonable standing. There's always going to be the underlying implications of these supernatural beings are naturally better than humans. They're stronger, they're faster, they have access to magic. So of course you're going to have, notes of like oppression and whatnot. And that's totally fine, because that's our real world. And that is what happens on our planet on a regular basis. So we can easily, play around with that. It's not at all unrealistic. So is his relationship with these magical thingies good or bad? I imagine it's probably pretty neutral. He might have friends he pals around with. He has human friends. He has special friends. He probably has that centaur dude from Percy Jackson. I only ever watched the first movie. I never read the books, but he probably pals around with someone, and who knows? Maybe that's Kel, right? That's Kel, the centaur who's obsessed with orange soda and dropped the screw in the tuna. Again, with Kenan's origin, it's probably not that well known. I'm kind of up in the air whether or not people want or know he's a god, because there's probably multiple gods. Maybe it might be easier just to say that maybe he's like half Valkyrie or something. Some other supernatural being, half Gorgon, whatever that looks like. So he's half special. Let's just leave it at that. Point is that the fact that he's half Zeus should be kept secret until later, because that's kind of like a nice little twist that we can play around with. Inciting incident. So what is the thing that kicks off the adventure? The thing that says, you're a wizard, Kenan. It's time for you to go and do adventure stuff. It could come from, again, let's go back to Kenan as a Gemsona. Aliens invading, or in this case, maybe it could be like the giants, right? The Jotun, who are seeking revenge against the Aesir from, like, it's Norse mythology. That's not that bad of a tongue twister. Norse mythology, the Jotun, the giants, and the Aesir, the gods. So maybe the giants come and they're stomping around and they look at Kenan and they see his distinctive marking, his lightning scar, his diamond upon his head, the thing that makes him stick out like a sore thumb, and everyone looks and the king of the giants or something points to him and goes, you did bad stuff. We're gonna wreck shop. And then Kenan's like, why? And they wreck shop, and like maybe it's like one of those tragic, the cliche tragic scenes where the village is burned down, and his surrogate father figure, or maybe it's his real father, Mr. Smiley, is hurt, and it's like, son, I should have told you something by now. Oh, Gewalt. I'm a black man who sounds like a Jewish man. Don't ask me why. There's something you need to know before I die. Oh, and then he dies. And then Kenan falls to his knees and goes, no. Or I guess it's Kenan, so he's probably just going to go, why? Oh, making fun of death. How horrible. So something about Kenan's heritage, sins of the mother, sins of the father, whatever, is coming back to bite him, and he has no idea why. Why? Oh boy, that's gonna be a thing. He has no idea why, and he's got to find out. So now is the time to find out. So now we need some kind of like moment of revelation, I guess, and not so much the tip of the hand that says you're the son of Zeus, but something along the lines of, there is more to your bloodline than you initially thought. And it's a very long, complicated story. We're not going to give you the full story because that involves a lot of baggage that we are not prepared to deal with. But we're going to go ahead and shunt it on you because you're a convenient person to shunt it upon. So I don't know, maybe he visits like the Council of the Gods or something. And it's like, hey, what if we... they confide within themselves away from Kenan. Kenan doesn't know. You can think of these as like the crystal gems, and they say, hey, so we got this giant problem. We have the son of Zeus. This guy has the best power set in the universe. Maybe if we train him right, we can make him our little attack dog. And of course, this is all going behind the scenes where Kenan's not looking. And from a storytelling standpoint, this is probably not something the audience is privy to. This is the planning in the shadows that have been going along, that'll go along for like the whole first and second season. And we may drop hints of it that, all the fanboys and the fangirls are, tippy-tapping away at their computers, coming up with fan lore and theories and whatnot. And then MatPat will make a video about it. But anyway, some kind of stirring of the pot is done so that there's more to Kenan than initially meets the eye. We're going to get his development, and now we have to worry about this tribe of giants who are pissed off at the gods and are blaming Kenan for it for some reason. Now Kenan is trying to get to the bottom of it, and he is being helped by other Valkyries or gods or goddesses or lesser deities of some kind who are palling around with him while still at the same time hiding the deep dark truth about his heritage from him. And he's eventually at some point going to have to find out, and it's probably going to be at a really bad moment where it's going to be like, why didn't you tell me in the first place? Now we are totally screwed. And you can get some great drama out of that. So will I ever make this? Maybe. I mean, truth be told, I kind of came up with this whole concept almost off the top of my head. Like I have recorded this about 3 or 4 times, each with a different idea, and just kind of splice them all together. So, I mean, it could become something or something similar. It's not that creative of a story, but again, story concept is not really where the charm is. It's kind of what you add to it. You know, Steven being half special and palling around with other specials, going on special journeys and learning special truths about his special side is not a unique story. However, the way Steven Universe told it is different from the way Harry Potter told it, is different from the way that Star Wars told it. And each one, even though they kind of fit the same bill of that hero's journey and delving into the special and how you are part of that specialness that caused a great problem and therefore some of the problem now falls on your shoulders, you know, is something that hasn't been done before, you can get a unique twist. So I could make this into something, you know. I'll probably workshop it a little more to make it more creative and, you know, add some more stuff to it. But yeah, you know, who knows? Anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for today. So you people know what to do. If you like what you see and you want to see more, go ahead and do things to those buttons, those magical buttons that help the channel out in the algorithm and let me know what you like. In addition, if you guys want to have a chat, go ahead and comment down below. Always love hearing what you have to say, if you have any suggestions for other videos. Also, I command thee to share this video so others can see what you've been up to. You know, you don't have to show them your whole browser history, but, you know, show them this. There's nothing to be ashamed of. And of course, I always have my links on other social medias in the description box down below as per usual. You can hit those up if you want to follow me elsewhere. And with all that said, I thank you for spending this time with me. I hope you all stick around, and until next time, deuces.